Okay, try again.
Sure.
All right, hey there. So we are talking with Sarah Crawford, who lives in Tasmania. She's a Divi developer and violent designer. Used to be a lawyer. Now she's a full-time designer working from home. She's just mentioned to me that Tasmania is 50% wildland, and you just don't go on the west side of the island. Um, so she's been 2 years doing Divi, and she's just won the first Divi Awards. Her amazing website showed a fantastic sense of restraint and allowing actual beautiful elements to shine as opposed to over designing them, which can be a temptation. So, kudos, Sarah. Thanks for joining me.
You're
And
welcome.
I'm excited to uh, just get a little bit of who you are and where you're going with Align Designs. Is that right, Aline?
Yeah, aligned. So trying to be punny. All of my artwork is generally line based. Helps me animate it quicker, and it's something that I've always done. Even when I was a lawyer in court, I'd always been doodling on the page, and always with a black sharpie or something like that. So it
Mhm.
was just really natural to. I didn't want to have my name on it. I didn't want to be Sarah Crawford Designs or
Yeah.
something like that because I was. Bleh. And if I turned into an agency one day,
Mhm.
I didn't want to have my name on it. I wanted to have something that's transferable and that could cover a few different things. So, yeah,
Mhm.
it ended up being the style encapsulated and, being simple, really.
Oh, cool. So that's interesting because it goes into the other part. You said that you had loved art, considered being an art teacher,
Yeah.
um, but that didn't quite pan out. And so I'm curious, what's sort of the background that you have
hmm
that's helped you to use Divi as a tool to create amazing websites?
I'm a very process person. I come from a litigation background in law, and it comes, you get this huge amount of information from somebody, and you have to know them intimately by the time you go into litigation. Like, right, I know everything about you and your business, and I'm going to present this problem to the other side and have some solutions. And it's really similar sort of thing. So you go, right, okay, what tools do I need? What information do I have? What can make it this easier for me in presenting this business in this case, which is a marketing case now, and it's a sales case, and it's getting all of those products as services spelled out really easily for people.
Mhm.
How do I funnel that in the most simple and beautiful way? And Divi for me is a way that I can just shortcut so many things. Why would you build in HTML raw if you if you can
Yeah,
just click
exactly.
a few buttons and it's done? And
Uh,
then you get to hand over something that's beautiful in the back end to the client as well. So if they want to change their copy, they can go and do that. They don't feel like they're going to break their website. The
mhm.
nice support center in there too with all of the helpful videos. So you can say, look, go and watch this thing about how to use the Divi Builder. Off
Mhm.
they go, oh, thank you. It's just so nice. So, and
It's cool to
they're
have a
always
client
pushing.
who feels empowered, with their
Yes.
website.
I don't want people to feel like they're beholden. I
Mhm.
want people to feel like, I'm a trusted professional, like their car mechanic, but they can go and change the air filter if they want to.
Mhm.
Um, I like the car analogies. It really helps for the clients, actually.
It's funny you were
um,
describing the whole litigation side, and I'd never actually considered how you're right, how you have to think so in depth about the client and then solutions and so on. One of my favorite shows is Suits. Have you seen that?
I haven't. I don't think medical professionals watch like
Yeah, I
ER and those sorts
suppose.
of things.
Well,
I was
anyhow,
like,
so that's kind of running in the
no,
back of my
oh.
mind.
Yeah. But I definitely get, how those sorts of shows can show you the process of it, even though it's fictional and makes people like me go, but they would have to get the paperwork in first.
Yeah, it's like 6 months of boring before all the actual fun and
Exactly. There's no 3 a.m. nights, for 2 weeks beforehand, That's why I don't do law anymore.
so how did you discover Divi? And what was your initial sort of journey with it?
Oh, so I started doing sewing and knitting patterns, and I thought that's a much better way to do handmade as a business, because you have a big effort, you digitize it, and people make it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my business partner and I had been going to markets and things, and it was a backbreaking way making kids' clothes. Who thought that was a good idea? We needed a website. And we went on Etsy, and that was fun. We wanted something that was our own as well. And I bought a few themes, but they didn't quite do what I wanted them to do. So being the tinkerer that I am, I got Sublime Text and WAMP and a few other things, and I completely pulled them apart and went, oh, this is how the customizer works. This is so exciting. Pulled things out, put things back in, broke it, put it back together again, started again.
Mm-hmm.
And got learning HTML as well, training myself up in that. But it never quite was as easy as I thought it could be. And I'd started my business by then, and was using my own themes and a couple of short coding engines and a few other bits and pieces as page builders. And a client came to me with a Divi theme. And I said, I don't know Divi, but I'll give it a go. And this is what I've been looking for. I didn't know that's what I wanted, but they know that that's what I wanted, and it's been quite intuitive in the back end enough to, oh gosh, there's so many features that I just love that they've added. The transform feature, I've just been going nuts over that, because I've been doing that all manually and click refresh, and now I can drag and drop over the page and turn it around. It's great.
I still need to be doing more with that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I'm looking forward to their upcoming update. Or no, they actually did. They rolled it out, the whole theme creator update.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, Nick just posted about that. So I haven't toyed with it yet, but I need to think about that. That looks very, very cool.
Yes. Yeah, because for my more complex menus, I've been using another plugin. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can change in the top part.
Well, so it's not the header yet. I'm still waiting for that. That's
okay. Yes, the global sets. Yeah.
Yeah.
The global options. Yes. Yes, I haven't played with that yet.
So for Align Designs, then what sets you apart in your mind in terms of what you deliver or how you approach? Like, what makes you, how are you special or unique, or what's your superpower? Is it your law background?
I think so. I really try and get out of people why they're different and why they're special. So, you're doing what I do for my clients. Why do people want to work with you? Why are you so special and different? Particularly if someone is in a really crowded space like web design, how do you stand out? What's your personality? What's that special thing that you're really skilled at that makes you the person that you are? So that when people aren't just looking for a personal coach or an interior designer or someone like that provides a service, they're not just going, oh, they're all the same. It's like, actually, no, that person does exactly what I want, and really sort of narrowing down that ideal client and making sure that the journey that we map through the site, through design, through the storytelling, all just converts. And so they're actually come out the other side with a proper business plan and a marketing plan and something that reflects what they want to do. And my process takes probably a bit longer than other agencies do, but I really try and get them to give me feedback at every step. Are you still on board with this? Is this exactly what you want right now? Have you changed your mind on anything? Can we update your LinkedIn or Facebook with your value statement? And how do we package that up in a way that doesn't break your back with admin all the time? Is there anything you can package up that you can't scale hours? You've only got like 8 hours in the day to work. How can you package that in a smarter way to save you time? Because otherwise, as you get more efficient, you're actually charging less. How can I make that better for you?
Yeah.
And
there are not a lot of web designers who have the structure and the ability to actually help make sense of the strategy. They're actually thinking about their LinkedIn, how that plays into their website. A lot of them are just selling the straight up design.
Exactly.
So it's far more valuable to be putting in that level of thinking, like what you're doing.
Yeah, and trying to challenge them so that when they go out into the wild world, when we're finished, that they've got a few value statements tucked away that they can keep coming back to.
Yeah. I
think that's really, really important. So they go, launch day, this is really exciting, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm not feeling like I'm floundering. think it's super important. So, yeah, I try and throw in a lot of strategy. I think website, you come to wanting a website for a reason, and the reason is to sell, and you need to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So real quick, do you wireframe your websites, or do you go straight into building with Divi?
Yeah, I used to go straight into design, but I kept finding that it was not efficient for me because people would change their mind about order of content and how their packages were going to work, and so it would look all really pretty, and then we'll have done some more work.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I need a fourth option. So now I do a really bare bones. I've actually got some JSON files that have all my copywriting prompts in them.
Oh, wow.
I load them straight up, and they use WP feedback to answer Q&A style all the questions. And I get the copy out that way. And then what I do is I frame that up so it all works. And then say, look, is this the right order? And they go yes or no. Let's move things around. It's not pretty at all. It's pretty ugly, actually. It's just
but it works. Yeah.
But it works, and so we sign off on how things work and what the functions are, because I keep trying to hammer home before stuff gets pretty. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's no point in getting that done. And then I put all the design on top, which doesn't get changed because we've sorted out the frames.
You've already signed off on it. And then your process then, so once you've done that, it's such a good idea. Do you then have like a big reveal of the website, or do you have to sort of release it in increments?
I'm starting to now, because I let people into the back end to do their WP feedback content upload. I have people like, oh, I like how it's looking. Stop looking over my shoulder. Working. Yeah. So I'm starting to now change passwords as the design phase starts, because things get messier before they get prettier. I think it's and you have to have that freedom to give things a go and go, yeah, that's not working. But if someone's in there going, oh, I don't like that, I'm going to send her an email.
Yeah, as opposed to getting the full picture. I was just on a call the other day with a website I just finished building. Man, I wish I'd recorded her reaction, because it was the first website I've ever done where I just built the whole thing and then presented it. And she was gushing over it and she loved it. And I thought, I want that in my portfolio. Can I do this again? Your sounds like the best way to be doing something like that. Think about the structure and the strategy, and then build it, and then perhaps get that initial sort of reaction.
Yeah.
Just do it over a Zoom call and hit record.
Yes, exactly. And for me, I don't do any of the responsive design until the desktop's signed off. Yeah. Because that's where all the elements come from. And I think you're sort of just doing things 3 or 4 times by the time you get all the screen sizes sorted. If you've got the desktop all signed off and they like that, then it's just up to you as a designer to make the next steps down to the next screen sizes. So nice. Yeah. Otherwise you do too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. I've found if I stay on top of it, I don't have to do work later on. If every time I design a section, just shrink it, check it and all, keep going, shrink it, check it and all, and then just clone the pages.
Exactly.
To ongoing.
Yeah, my libraries are so full by the time I've finished.
Yep. Well, this was cool. I'll keep it short and sweet. So let's thank you again. It was great to connect. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you do. And definitely excited to have you join us for the August Awards as one of our judges. So congratulations on that.
No worries.
Thanks to everyone for watching. And this was our first interview for the winner of the Divi Awards. So catch you all soon and hope you join in for the next award.